Thank you again for joining me for another episode. And in this episode, I'm actually going to do a self-hypnosis past life regression session with myself. This is my favorite escape from reality. Some people will go drink or do drugs to escape reality. Mine is meditation, which is basically the same thing as hypnosis. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis, so it's also very similar to a guided meditation. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to just tap into another lifetime that I've had after I get comfortable. I'm just going to take some deep breaths. I'm in it feels kind of like a cavern, but it's outside. Let me see. It is a bathhouse. Everything around it is made of, it's like a structure built over a channel of water, a body of water. It's free flowing, very slowly, but it's constantly flowing through. And I'm sitting. I get the feeling that I don't come here often. This lifetime, we don't have plumbing or, we come here to bathe, to clean. I'd probably come here every other week, but today I am there by myself. I mean, there are others in the bathhouse, but they are not in the same chamber, I guess. And there are windows, but there's no glass in them. It's just an opening in the wall that goes to the outside to let air and light into the bathhouse. I have brown skin. I'm male. I'm probably 15. I'm washing my body and I discovered myself. Feels quite natural. And I'm washing pretty fast. Feels pretty good. It doesn't feel shameful or disgusting. It just feels normal. I might have done this before, but I don't know. Today it's different. I think somebody is watching me. And I turn around, there is a girl in the opening, the window behind me, and I catch a glimpse of her, and it's too late. It feels like she's giggling, but I don't hear it from her mouth. It's like an internal, I just know that she's probably laughing at me. And I'm a little bit embarrassed. But she leaves the window and I clean off and just continue on washing my hair and basically doing what I came there for. My clothing is really simple. It's just kind of like a smock. I don't know what to call it. It's not, almost kind of looks like pajamas, but maybe made of like a muslin type fabric. It's very simple, plain, drab, but it's clean. Feels good to be clean. But who is that girl? I get dressed and I go outside, which the channel opens up and there are women and girls washing clothes in it. Washing clothes. And I see my mother and my sister. I get a feeling we're probably middle class. We're not low, but we're not high. My mother's washing clothes for money, or some kind of exchange. I don't know what kind of money. I don't get a visual of any money, but they wash the clothes. And my father also comes out of the bathhouse. I guess he was in a different area. It's a large area. It's like they built a stone structure over the channel of water, which is free flowing. And I see the girl, and they're yelling at her. Her mother's yelling at her, but she doesn't seem to be affected by it. She's smiling and making eye contact with me. She sees me that I've came out of the bathhouse now, and I'm dressed. Feels like maybe she's 13 or about that age. We're all brown. She's very pretty, very beautiful, but she's being yelled at because she strayed away because she was watching me. I don't feel embarrassed though. I was embarrassed for just a split second, but after that it just felt normal. This is something that I guess happens in bathhouses at that time. I feel like it's Turkey. A lot of stone buildings, or some kind of stone structures. And my father works in the quarry. That's why he comes home dirty all the time. Every day he's just covered in dust and dirt. He does quarry work, and I think I am going to be starting as well, working with him. But I work in a different area. I want to say I help divide the colors of rock. The darker stones go here, kind of like every compartment where we gather these stones, there's a divider in between each, and it goes from dark to lighter stone. These are going to be used for decorative reasons in building. I have two sisters. One is Marguerite, and the other is Sophia. She's very favored. She's got long, dark, curly hair. Everybody loves her hair. They want to touch it. It's so soft, but she hates it. She hates when they touch her hair. She's not nice to them, but she's so... They just favor her because she looks different. Her hair is different. I recognize her. She is my niece Cosette in this lifetime that I am currently in. She has the same curls, but she's Caucasian and has lighter hair. I don't know if they touch her hair in this lifetime, but it was one of her greatest attributes, qualities or whatever. Just everybody loved her hair. My mother's name is Estella. She's very pretty too. But she's tired. She works very hard, teaching my sisters how to run things in the house and also in the laundry, the washing of the clothes, the different types of lye soaps. There's this powdered stuff that they mix with they sprinkle it on the clothes and just rub it, and then they put it in the water. Just wash it. Oh, this seems like something they do every day, and it's so tiring. And it costs money to go to the bathhouse, or cost something, trade and bartering. And a trade and bartering system. And we don't have a lot of money, so we only do this once a week or every other week. Oh, my father is always filthy. He's kind of embarrassed, so he waits till others have cleared out of the bathhouse to take his turn, so he's not looked down on. Oh, why is he embarrassed? I think he's happy that I'm in the higher position than him, but also sad that he's not there with me. He feels like he's less than, I guess they have different levels of that work, but I happen to just float right into the decorative dividing of the colors of the stones, which is also hard work, but we separate them to get ready for building designer homes. And wow, I just came out of that. That was weird. I forgot where I was for a second. I was too into it. But I'm going to try this again in another episode, diving in and experiencing other lifetimes. Oh, wow. I'm still not quite back in this reality. I want to meet the girl. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to go back. I went back to the bathhouse after I left the bathhouse, and they're yelling at Juleka. Juleka is her name, but she's different. But she's always smiling. It's like whenever people talk to her, it doesn't faze her. She's just carefree, free spirit. Happy, enjoying life. She helps her mother with the laundry too, because the women are there washing. That's what they do. I am sure there are other jobs too, but my mother and her mother are part of the crew of laundry people. Jamaica. I feel like I understand her. It's like she talks to me without words. I just know it, what she's thinking or saying. It's kind of like a telepathic thing. She's yelled at all the time. She's different. She's doesn't speak or hear. She's deaf. Okay, makes sense. But I hear her. I'm the only one that really hears her. It's like she knew who I was or knew that I would get her. But I heard her first. First I heard her giggles without hearing the audible noise of that. But she's very unaware of what people are saying about her, which I guess ignorance is bliss. But she's very happy until we get a little older. Maybe she understands my thoughts too. We communicate that way. And that's probably the first time she's aware of what others are saying about her, because I want to protect her. I want to keep her safe, kind of shield her from the negativity, the shunning kids throw rocks at her. She's so pretty though. Why? I'm gonna fast forward a bit. I find an area outside of town that I start digging in a hill. I'm creating a cavern. Like, people live in these caverns, and I'm building one for us. I'm making a home. I have a lot of tools because of where I work, and I want to make it so pretty for her. I want to make it as beautiful as she makes me feel. She calls me Benny. In my mind, it's... She's so beautiful. So full of happiness. I can't get enough. When I'm around her, I just feel like nothing else exists. Everything just falls away. I just want to feel that happiness with her, and I don't think I've ever felt that happy in my own existence in that life. But when I'm with her, it just feels different. Maybe this is just what it feels like to feel love for her. We marry in a traditional Turkish style, but then we disappear from the village or the community. In that community, we had gardens that, everybody had their own thing that they were responsible for in the village. There were the gardeners, the laundry, the people that would put food together. So we could go in and harvest what we wanted for our family. The garden, it was a huge area, but there are people that would take care of the gardens, but the community was able to access that and take what they needed. There was always plenty. And we had chickens and goats and really skinny cows. I don't know what kind of cows. I don't see those kind of cows in America. Anyway. So back to my cavern house. I would bring, so we would break down the stones or rock, whatever, marble, whatever it was and then we would crush it up even smaller to make a powder, and we would mix it with, let's say, kind of like a mud base or something. It made it more solid, and we can design structures with the color. Sometimes we'd use the larger boulders. It would just take all different sizes and shapes, and we would chisel apart like bricks and just big squares for building. But I would steal away certain colors to make them pretty for Juleka. She really loved it. So we didn't really have windows or doors, but there was openings, and sometimes we would cover them with fabric to keep the elements out, but they're mostly open all the time to allow air to flow through, and so it wouldn't get stagnant in the caverns. And these hills or mountains that we would dig into to create these homes, they were very large. We can dig for a long ways. So we would make rooms, and our furniture wasn't very comfortable. Sometimes we'd have wooden furniture, sometimes they were made of stone, but the beds, wow. I want to say the beds are kind of dug into the ground and filled with feathers. I must have had a lot of chickens. So the feathers were just loose, and when we would lay down into them, we could just kind of burrow into the feathers. It would create warmth and when it was cold outside, and then in the warmer months we would lay like fabric or something over them and just lay on top. It was very soft, very comfortable. Oh, Juleka didn't like it though. I'm trying to figure out a different way to make her comfortable. So I gather, I guess, leaves or some kind of like soft branches or something. I can't really describe or tell what that is. So we end up just laying a bunch of fabric laid on top of each other to kind of make a mattress. And she seems to be happy with that. And I'm happy with that. But the feathers were wonderful. It's okay. She's worth the sacrifice. So I see that she's expecting, and that's why she's complaining about not being comfortable. Okay, we're expecting a child. Let's see what the child is. We have a boy. We name him Marnell. Marnell. He's a very happy baby. Language doesn't, he just knows, he knows things. Maybe the communication with Juleka is also very, very good with Marnell. So now I have to make another room. Oh, it's very hard work, and I have to do it around when I work at the quarry. It's gonna take some time, but okay. I have help. My father helps me. My father is very happy for me. But he's very tired too. And I have a brother, my uncles, there's several of us men were creating in a new room. Takes about a week-ish. I don't really get a concept of time. I don't know. He is so cute. He's got curly hair like my sister, Sophia. I can just describe this for days. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to my last day in that lifetime. We don't have any more children. It's just Marno. And Juleka's already gone. She passed before me. Marno's there. I'm in my home. Just old. I didn't marry again. Nobody could ever replace the love, the communication that I had with Juleka. Oh, she's waiting for me. So I know it's my last day, and I'm kind of in between dimensions. I'm kind of oblivious. Marno is telling me and just holding my hand by my side, and his wife, he's married. They've been taking care of me. And there are children. I have grandchildren. Good. They're so cute. Tells me, Father, it's okay. We will take care of it from here. You can go. It feels weird to leave. So I'm watching myself leave the body, and I'm feeling so much love. Oh, that was a very good life. Hardworking, but very good life. And of course, I recognize Juleka. And more of my family, my soul group, my grouping. They said I did a good job. The communication, I kept Juleka safe. It was the lesson in that lifetime was to be a protector. Not care what others thought or said about my family. I was there to protect them and just love them, provide for them, and I did. I didn't allow Juleka to work outside the home. She made the home the home. And I'm thanking her for that experience. Now we're meeting with everyone and kind of like a review. Okay. The children that would throw rocks at Juleka, they played a part in that too. They didn't want to do that, but that was part of what we needed to learn to overcome ridicule and judgment. And I thank them for that part of the journey. Wow, there's so many here. It's very peaceful, very... Oh, it just feels so good to be back. My whole soul coming back together. That feels good. Okay. It's finished. Oh, the love. Wow. Yeah, I thought I knew what love was in this lifetime, but that was a very different, special kind of love. To be the male supporter. I guess we all experience roles in different genders and races, and that was kind of fun. Very fun. A good life in Turkey. I've never been to Turkey in this lifetime, but a lot of bathhouses and channels of water running through it. I don't know if it's a big thing. That I'm going to do some research now to find out more about it, but it was kind of interesting. Felt European at first, but I was very dark skinned, so just had to really concentrate on where it felt like I was. Felt like I was in the capital, maybe Istanbul, but who knows? I'm going to do some research and just, that's where these kind of sessions lead to. And I can just research for days and days and just get so excited about it. And then when you do the research, new memories come in that are associated with that, and things are familiar, and you just go down the rabbit hole. That's why I love this. This is so much fun. And not always loving and peaceful. I've had lifetimes as contrast as well, and I'm sure one of these episodes will have one of those lifetimes. But for now, I'm just gonna leave this with you. Let me know what you think. See if you do it for yourself and what you come up with. Drop your experiences down in the comments. I would love to read about what you experienced just doing your own self-hypnosis and just diving in and describing the daydream that plays out like a movie, and not pass judgment on it. You know, I'm a female in this lifetime, so it's kind of different to experience a male lifetime. And the way it started was kind of different, but it felt very natural. Everybody, that's what we did. It's natural for people to, I guess, pleasure themselves. That's how we experience an elevated, that's how you raise your vibration. That's where the biggest source of energy comes from, is through the human orgasm. Wow. Keep that in mind. So anyway, drop your information below. See what you experience. Until next time, namaste.